What's up guys, welcome back and welcome to Automobilista 2, and today what we're going to do is drive the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car, the 3.8 litre, because it has got a 4 litre as well, but we're going to drive it back to back, this with Assetto Corsa, because Assetto Corsa has also got a great Cup car on it. We'll take it to Brands Hatch. I think it'll be interesting driving them back to back and just seeing how different they feel, you know. Because a lot of people say that Automobilista 2's like oversteer's too pronounced. Now with this, having the engine over the rear, it shouldn't be the case. It should put the power down really well. So we'll get to see that, but what a great looking car this is. I love Porsches. The GT3s are some of my favourite cars on the planet, but just check out the details. It just looks absolutely nuts. The tyres on the back of them are huge, and look at the wing on it, man. Put a wang on that or what? Just, you can see all the little tyre details, all the little writing and everything. But yeah guys, we're going to go to Brands Hatch. Put your sim belts on, let's get whirling. Right then guys, Brands Hatch, lights are up, give it a rev, clutch in, into first, off we go. I'm always getting a bad start off the line, that was terrible. But into third gear, this is going to be interesting to see how this car puts its power down. First off, the force feedback feels great. Feel all the suspension, I can feel the car compressing through the force feedback there. Right, let's see how well it puts its power down. Right then, still have cool tyres though, but oh look at that here. That put the power down absolutely fantastically there. But I've got loads of like springiness from the front end. I'll tell you, first off, straight away, it feels, you can tell there's no weight over the front end of the car. Like it just feels so light at the front end, but get on the power. You can tell the engine's hanging over the rear as well. It puts its power down great. Better than I thought it was going to actually. Now on this you get a 4 litre and a 3.8 litre. This has got 450 brake horsepower. So I went with a 3.8 litre because I do think the one in the Assetto Corsa, that'll be just the 3.8. Because it is off of quite a few years ago now. But oh, there you can see. But the car's rotating nicely as well. But just listen to that Porsche howl. Oh no, I've went wide. I always go wide there. I don't know why, but I always go wide there. Chuck it in. Oh, massive. Bloody hell. That was a bit weird, man. The force feedback nearly kicked the wheel out behind there. Into third. Get the nose in. But the nose, it just feels so light on its front end. But as you can tell, it's putting its power down great. It's putting its power down really good. Just a quick 5. We'll do a 5-lap race in each. Down to third, oh, that was the last of the late breakers or what. But there, I can really feel the car compressing through the force feedback. I can really feel it. That feels fantastic. Right, we should have a bit more heating with tyres now. There, you can see you can make the car oversteer if you want as well. But it just feels like the car's working with you. There's that understeer. It does. It just feels like the car's working with you really well actually. Blip that throttle. I don't need a blip of throttle, it's actually got an auto blip, hasn't it? But there we go, it puts its power down mint into fourth. Got some nice heat into the tyres now as well, so we might be able to start pushing on a little bit more. Revving it out on the brakes, it's as late as I dare. Down into third, but it's got quite a bit of understeer actually, like maybe she could get rid of that in the setup. Like it feels like you could probably make the car turn in a lot better. Like I'm not very good with setting cars up, I always use the default setup. Maybe I change a little bit of wing now and then, but watch, I'm always going wide there. Just made that stick there. But I think this is a laser scan version of Brands Hatch as well. It feels like it is. But I've got the EI on 100% here, so they are pretty quick. That's what I've been running this on, just the EI on 100%, but there, on the power there, you can see a tiny bit of oversteer there. But it's very controllable, very controllable. But this feels crazy when you're going through this dip here. Like it's crazy how like when you here down this bit there, you really feel the force feedback really loads up in your hands. Come slipping up the inside, into second. On the power, squeeze it gently, feel it in very nicely. Oh, that felt fantastic. What a car this is. What an absolute treat this thing is to drive. This is one of the better cars I've drove on this. You can really tell some times went into this thing, because it's going to be quite a popular car. It'll probably be quite popular online as well. But there, back on the power, lovely, half a second up on the last lap as well, into 5th. But it's very quick, about 150 before I'm on the brakes there. Listen to them downshifts though. Oh, big kick over steer there. There you could really feel the engine hanging over the rear. Like that was a perfect example of a Porsche doing its thing there. But this really does feel like a Porsche. It really does feel like a Porsche. That's the biggest compliment I can give it, so to say. There, I got it down there, but I've been going far too wide lately. On the power into 3rd gear. On the next lap, guys, we'll have a quiet lap and have a listen to this glorious flat 6 engine. There, on the power, nice and gentle. There you can see the car rotate as well, lovely. But it's quite bouncy, but it's not overpronounced. Right, guys, let's have a quiet one. Be nudge. We're back! What an absolute beast this car is. Now the best thing I can say about this is it really does feel like a Porsche. You can really feel that engine hanging out over the back, but it doesn't spoil it at all. The front end just feels so light, and like, I'm not sure if Assetto Corsa feels like that. I can't really remember. Guys, it's going to be actually quite interesting when I go back to Assetto Corsa, because lately I've just been playing this quite a bit. This and the first one, I haven't really played much Assetto, but it is going to be interesting to go back and see what they drive like back to back. Because look, hands down for me, Assetto Corsa is still the ultimate sim. Like, that's the one to beat. Like, from, you know, like, that's going to take some beating. The only thing I can see beating that is Assetto Corsa 2 whenever that comes out. But Rita Studios are doing a hell of a job. You know, you've got to support them, because they keep working on this game. You know, it's like a constant working project. Like, they're not just putting the game out and saying, right, there you go, get on with it, you know. Like, Slightly Mad Studios with Project Cars 2 just left that in a bit of a state. But if they just put more time into it, you know. But that's what Rita Studios need credit for, you know. They are constantly working on the game to make it better. And I tell you what, they've done a great job here. With the engine, they've got this madness engine. Is a bit mad, if you know what I mean. Anyway, cool down lap active. That was bloody great. I tell you what we'll do now is we'll check out the replay. I've done that on purpose, by the way. Right then, guys, that was a 5-lap race. Guys, every time I'm putting the replay on here, and when I'm pressing play, it's like putting it in slow motion. Then before I've been talking for 2 minutes, now it looks like it's speeded up. This is a bit of a mess, isn't it? You know, so there is little glitches in and out of the game. But guys, what a car this is. This really is one of the best cars on this that I've drove so far. you know. Like here, for instance, watch. When the car's going in here, right, you can see its control on foot, there, bang! You can feel it so much through the force feedback. It loads up, like, on the front axle, so to say. It just really, you can feel the car sort of, like, digging into the track. You really can. That's the biggest thing I can get from this, but you can really feel that engine hanging over the rear as well. The car puts its power down absolutely great, but it does feel very light over the front axle. But you can just see here, like, there's no dramatics from the car or anything. It's just putting the power to the road amazingly, you know. But these Porsche Cup cars, these are probably as popular cars, you know. You can tell they've put a bit of time into this, because when you look online, all you really see is people want to race GT3s, you know. But it is going to be interesting when I go over to Assetto Corsa now. It's going to, just to see, like, how that feels back to back with this. Like, nothing's going to beat Assetto Corsa for me. Like, that's the ultimate sim, you know. But we'll just get out to the end of this lap, and then we'll move on to that. But the graphics are stunning, aren't they? Like, look at that. Like, from a glance to me, that looks like pretty realistic, you know. Really realistic. But you can just see the car. There's no dramatics from it or anything. Can't really see any understeer, oversteer, anything. I love how the brakes glow red as well. Oh, there you could see the car like digging in there, couldn't you? Oh, that looked great. Right then, guys, are you ready for some Assetto Corsa? Let's see what that's about. Okie dokie then, guys, on to Assetto Corsa then. I just thought we'd start here and have a good look at the model. Now, this has got 485 brake horsepower, so it's got a little bit more power, and it's from 2017. I'm not exactly sure what year the car was in Automobilista, but guys, I am excited for this. It's been a while since I've drove a Assetto Corsa. It's going to be interesting driving them back to back, you know. But another thing why I find it interesting, because the track and this car is a Kunos car, so it's pretty much apples to apples. Like, it's not a mod or anything like that. I love having a look at this, the way that, like, the 3D modeling's done. But yeah, guys, the Porsche GT3 Cup car. From what I can remember, I do enjoy driving this car, but this is going to be great. I hope the video comes through great as well. If you're enjoying it, drop a like, you know. Right then, guys, let's get whirling. Put your sim belts on. I nearly told you to forget. Right, guys, put your sim belts on. Let's get to the track. Right then, guys, the lights are up. Give it a rev. Look, oh, I was going to put the clutch in, but you can't on this. Bang it into first. Off we go. Let's see how Assetto Corsa compares to Automobilista. This is going to be interesting, this, driving them back to back. So how does it feel? Whoa, nice feeling. Straight away, I tell you one thing, I'm getting a lovely feeling from the front tyres. That force feedback there was a lovely surprise, actually. It was like greeting an old friend. It was like, hello, right on the power. Looks, I tell you another thing straight away, this thing puts its power down a lot easier. Like, I can be much more aggressive coming back on the power. Like, I pretty much stamp on the throttle there. It's got no traction control neither, and it just ate it up for breakfast. But, oh, no, I can't get no oversteer at all. So, you know, like, this feels how a Porsche would be. Like, this is how a Porsche would grip up. Right, last of them late breakers, I can't see anything up the inside. But the biggest thing what stand out to me is, through the force feedback, is I just feel more connected on the front end of the car, so to say. Like, but listen, Assetto Corsa takes some beating no matter what. This is my favourite title, so I am probably going to be biased to this. But listen, you've got to give Automobilista credit where it's due, because that game feels so fantastic. It really does. Like, graphically as well, I do think the graphics are a little bit better on that than this. It's hard to say because I have got a lot of mods installed, but it's night and day. Like, better than the standard Assetto Corsa, so to say. But I'm really getting a nice feel for this car pretty straight away. Like, let's see how it does in the compression. Like, there, I feel like I'm on the limit more. Like, it did oversteer a hell of a lot easier in that other course. But let's get it in. On the power, like, I'm on the power so early there. Like, I'm on flat, my throttle's flat straight away. Like, you'll see in the bottom left corner, like, how like there, flat, just stamp on it, it just sticks, it just grips and goes. Like it really does take some unsticking. Granted, I have got the track on optimal, so they're just flat, it just grips. But another thing what's stand out to me is how well the AI is on Assetto Corsa. I've got them on 95% here, 95%, where I had Automobilista on 100. You know, I just thought when it's not playing this for a while, I'll just put it on 95%. I'm having a pretty job on trying to keep up. Oh, on the limit there, like that was about as fast as you can go through there. But like I see, I can just feel more connected to the front tyres. That's the biggest thing for me. Oh, a nice kick oversteer actually there. Right, on the brakes as late as possible. Get that nose in. Oh, check that out. Check that out. This is all Kunos stuff as well. Kunos car, Kunos track. It is a great circuit though, Brands Hatch. Oh, I feel like the car's skipping over the surface there, like scrabbling for grip. Into fifth. But one lap number 3. But what impressed me was on Automobilista was coming through here. When the car compresses like there, I can actually feel it here as well. It's, do you know what? They're both good in their own way. I know that's not really a very good answer, but watch it. Oh, on the throttle there, I couldn't hit the curb. That spoiler when I hit the curb, like really upset the car. They actually, whoa, on the limit there. That felt like the limit to me. I really don't know how much faster I could go through there. Right, on the power. I'm on the power just so early in this car. That's the biggest difference, is how early I can get on the power. But I can feel it through the force feedback, like gripping. I can feel like a twisty feeling. It's hard to explain, but I'm getting like a nice twisty, like a torque through the wheel. It just feels lovely. Like I can feel a nice springiness from the suspension as well. I feel like I can push this car. Oh, bloody hell. I feel like I can push. There's a perfect example. Like I feel like I'm pushing the car a little bit more. Like each corner I'm like, go on, and a little bit more, but then I've just pushed it past the limit there and we've run out the grip. We either run out the talent or run out the grip. But this is just so nice to come back to this game. Like this is my favourite game of all time. Like with the mods and stuff like that. I love like trying out different mods. Should have been in 4th gear there, but anyway guys, on the next lap we'll have a listen to this flat 6 engine. Good. We're back. What a car this is though. It is a pleasure to come back. There's understeered wide there. I just feel like I can push the car more. I feel like I can lean on the tyres a hell of a lot more. Like, but listen, I've got a lot more experience in this game. I've put umpteen hours into this. Like, I should be able to just come back to this and drive it no problem. Like it does, it feels very familiar. But it's just egging us on that little bit more to push through the corners. Like I feel like the tyres like letting us explore the limits of grip, so to say. I'm just getting a little bit better feeling for the force feedback, but listen, not a lot. That Automobilista is absolutely fantastic at what it does. Like it's absolutely amazing. But we'll get more to that in the conclusion. But I just do feel like I'm pushing more on the tyre. It's like mainly the front end of the car. Oh, I actually got it to oversteer. It's the first time I've like lost control of the car through oversteer there. But I am quite pushing on here. I feel like I am anyway. Yeah, excuse me. Second gear. Foot flat. It's just so easy to put the power down. It feels like it's got traction control. It hasn't though. Oh, on the limit. Into fourth. There's 5 laps of Brands Hatch in the Porsche Cup car. God, what an experience that was. Fantastic. Right then guys, let's quickly check out this replay of Assetto Corsa. Now straight away what I can tell looking at this, it's running a lot better. Like when I'm on the replays on Automobilista, like the computer actually struggles a little bit. Just with the replays mind, that's the only thing I've noticed, like it's a little bit choppy, where this is smooth as, it's like, look how lovely this looks. Now, you've got to remember that this game came out in 2014. Like it's 8-year-old, it's nearly 10-year-old. Now granted the salt and the custom shaders patch just modifies it all. But just check that out, how good does that look? It looks great. Now it feels great as well, it's so nice to come back to this. But it's very interesting to put them back to back, you know. Now which one do I prefer? Obviously it is going to be Assetto Corsa. I do think this is better from my weird opinion. But Automobilista 2, it's up there. Like you really feel like you can hustle that car about the track. The understeer, the oversteer, all tells you like the force feedback is really good on Automobilista 2. The biggest changes with this is just the way I can feel the front tyres. I just feel like I can lean on the tyres more. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like the tyres feel like I don't know, I can just push them. I can just push the limit of grip more on this game. That's how I felt. It was like egging us on bit by bit, saying go on a little bit more there, like go on a tenth of a second there. I just felt like I was pushing the car more. And but they can see as they're throwing it in. But guys, listen, I love them both. I think they're both great at what they do. But what you've got to remember is as well, Reacher Studios, they're continuously working on that game, so it's always going to get better and better, you know, and that's what I think. So they need credit for all that. They're not just dumping a game on you and saying, right, there you go, have your fun with loads of bugs and whatnot. It's like, you know, so is Assetto Corsa though. You've got a guy who doesn't even get paid. It's called Ilya, I believe, that works on this. You know, and he does all this for free. This solid shaders patch, it's absolutely amazing stuff. But yeah, guys, that was great. I think we'll leave it there for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Peace from the northeast. Poodles.